Hi there, it's Dr. Avi here, and I wanted to just come to you. I'm coming to you from Byron Bay, actually, Byron Bay hinterlands, and I've just taken a few days off to come over and actually rest myself for a certain period because I really want to talk about the healthcare quadruple aims, and particularly the fourth aim of healthcare, which is improving staff experience. What has that got to do with Byron Bay? Well, one of the things about me is that in my career, in my 20 plus years in working in healthcare and similar industries, what I found is that I'm now very acutely aware of when I start to fatigue. It's around that 8 to 10 week period where I work pretty intensely for a period of time and I do need time away. Hence, I've brought myself here to really just take some chill out time and effectively reflect. And one of the things that we found in doing a lot of work in the patient experience is that it's highly correlated with staff experience. That's when members of staff are doing well themselves, when they're actually performing well at work, they're more likely to deliver a better patient experience. A lot of organizations don't really get this. They think patient experience is one silo, staff satisfaction is another silo, and they don't see the correlation. Well, it is highly related. And so one of the things that we're finding, obviously, in the healthcare profession is that there are many staff that are fatigued, that are burnt out, that are working really hard. And I think there's twofold elements here. So one is getting a better understanding of the staff, the management, the clinicians, and finding out when they're sort of burning out. And in fact, just being very acutely aware if they've worked too long or too many hours or worked, I'd say even more than a 3 to 4 month stretch, that they do need to take time out. So that's one really key element. The second thing is to really just make sure that if you yourself, if you are a healthcare professional, manager, and so on, take your own personal responsibility and accountability and make sure you take time out, take a holiday. If you've worked for more than 3 to 4 months at a stretch, I would highly recommend you do that. You might think you're performing well, but I'd suggest if you really were to ask your colleagues for feedback or look at your patient experience scores, if you are a clinician that's facing, you might actually see that some of these comments may be related to your performance not being as well as you should be. So I think these are really, really important things. And what are some of the things that we are starting to see with our MES Experience platform, which collects patient feedback in real time, is that many organizations are also excited by the fact that it also collects staff feedback in real time as well. So it's able to do the staff surveys, which is really interesting because some organizations are starting to think about this and say, well, how can we actually, instead of doing the surveys once a year, which really doesn't give us a good understanding of our staff, understand each individual staff member much more closely so that we can help them deal with poor experience from the patient perspective, but also for themselves. So I just want to share this real message while I'm out here and have that sort of clarity of mind. I hope it's useful for you for the work that you're doing with your healthcare organization, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'm Dr. Avi signing out from Byron Bay. Bye for now.